Well, hello there, and welcome to another edition of Johnny Davis Live. We're here on this January 30th, 2026. And as you can see today, we're going to be chopping it up, as he says, with the one and the only certified IKF United States South Carolina kickboxing champion, the one and the only Hunter Big Game Sheeran. We're going to have a lot of fun. Always great talking with this young man who has a lot of plans, doing some big things, and also let's find out what's up. Well, obviously, he's going to be a part of our IKF Super Fights that's going to be going on March the 14th in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, as a part of our IKF Spring Classic. It is going to actually be a classic. I am telling you right now, we have about 8 certified IKF titles, fights, and defenses on that show. And not only to mention that, we also have a ton of the tournament fights that are also going to be happening on that same day and or weekend. It's going to be a fantastic event, and we'll talk a little bit more about that later. Registration is going on right now for the IKF Spring Classic. We want everybody to please go ahead and get registered for that event. Now, I want to try to remind you, once again, it's a little bit different kind of event. We're actually, if you're fighting twice, we're giving out a belt for the winner. Obviously, if you fight twice, that means you won your first one, you win your second one, and you could win a championship belt as well. So we're not really doing, we'll have some cups, like we used to if you fight one time, but if you're fighting twice, you could be fighting for a belt. That's the way it works. So that means you got to win. And that's going to be at the spin. It's the first time we've ever done that, right? So something new, something different, something unique. Hey, it's a great opportunity to try to get a belt, that's strap around the waist, if you will. Now, these shows are full of how should I say? Oh, by the way, I see the comments working. That's great. That's great. I see it. Good. It's working. Awesome. Right. Thanks for coming on, guys. I appreciate you guys coming on. Tell your friends, share the link. We're going to have a great conversation here today with Mr. Hunter Sheeran. It's going to be a lot of fun. As I was saying, though, in the IKF Spring Classic, there's so much that is going to be going on, and I think that you guys are going to enjoy the event. We have a daytime event on that Saturday, which is going to be full contact in one ballroom, and in the other ballroom, we'll be showing having the semi-contact PKB sparring tournaments. I'll talk about that perhaps a little bit later. And we also have the PBSC point boxing sparring that's going to be going on. Oh my God! And then at that nighttime, that's when we're going to have the super fights, right? The super fights are going to be where we're going to have Hunter. It's going to be taking on Gary Bowens. That is going to be an exciting fight. We'll talk about that in a minute, though. And then we have other certified titles. These guys are the best of the best in the region. These are the guys who we're looking at to step up all the way up to a world title if they like. And these guys might be trying to go to the World Classic. We want them to come to the World Classic if they, are ready for that national level, because that is an entire different level. So that's why the Spring Classic is kind of like a regional tournament, and the way we build up our fighters to go to that next level. And we certainly do hope that to be a part of that. Okay, I will be making announcements throughout this conversation here, but I'm not going to further delay our guest here today, because I know he's been waiting. I know he's got some other people there also waiting to hear him come on. Ladies and gentlemen, this young man has proven himself to be a true warrior. He is a giant of a warrior, standing almost 7 feet tall. I don't know if it's 7 feet, but it's close, right? But he has the heart of gold, but also the heart of a warrior. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for the one and the only IKF certified South Carolina Super Heavyweight Champion, Hunter Big Game Sheeran.
All right. I'm excited to be a part of it.
Man with the plan. How you doing, Hunter?
Oh, I'm doing wonderful. You can see in the smile on my face. I'm ready to go. I've been getting the goosebumps. You've been hyping me up so much. I'm flattered.
Well, that's what it's all about. I'm trying to figure out what something strange, popped up on my feed here, and I'm trying to figure out where does it come from. I have no idea. It's just something crazy. Trying to get it off. There you go. Now you're back. Okay, good.
All right, sweet.
Crazy. I do see. Hey, John. Oh, Johnny's a legend. Oh my God. Thank you so much. Somebody's giving me a compliment, Hunter. I didn't know I was a legend, but listen, I worked really hard in this game, and I'm so glad that people appreciate the work because I certainly do put a lot of energy in it and everything, and trying to make it happen for the greater good of all the people who are doing this. Hunter Sheeran, what you been up to, man?
Just life. I've been life in it. I've been staying active. I had student teaching, and I graduated college at App State, which was pretty cool. And I've been
Yes.
staying active in coaching. I've been coaching basketball and football for middle school that I was student teaching at. So that's been
What?
pretty good. But
Tell me a little bit about how that works, because I mean, okay, now, again, we can't ignore your size. You're a pretty big guy. All right, we can't ignore that, right? So you got these kids. Hey, to say they look up to you might be an
oh man,
oxymoron. But how do you take that adoration though from these kids, and the fact that they're looking up to you with the way they do, not just as a big guy, but as perhaps a role model?
well, all my life, all I've really wanted to do was be a role model. My life is
Mm,
so impacted on trying to impact others. I sometimes forget about myself in the mix. So
mm,
teaching and coaching came from just a deep strain of first my dad coaching and trying to pick what he did as a role model for me and trying to be more like a man that he is. So I got into teaching to just try to set an example for the youth and the next generation that to feel loved and every single person be appreciated. So that's what I try to do through teaching. And I also love just being around sports and just the next generation trying to help out. So it's cool to have a school of people, like when you go in the sub or when you're student teaching, just having people loving on you and being happy that you're there. I mean, it brings a smile to my face. Just like when you were saying all those nice things about me, Johnny, it brought a smile to my face. So
Well, I don't think there's anything bad to say about you. First of all, if it was, I wouldn't be saying it anyway. But but I just think that you're such a role model in what I see. How does it feel when I see you walking with that belt? This seems like it's like it's something else going on. It's like there is a certain I don't know how you were before, right? I didn't know you before. But now I just remember when you walked in, for example, at the awards banquet, right? And
right.
man, you had that belt on, you were dressed all nice, you had your chin up, people were coming all up to you and stuff like that. How does that make you feel?
Makes me feel warm inside, Johnny. It makes me feel good. I've worked really hard through just a bunch of things, whether it was training or weight cutting and all that jazz, just going together to try to be the best version of myself. And to have people that I've met, like through friends who are admire me or family and relationships and all that. And then the other things like the random people that you meet and
Right.
there's people who remember me and to be seen, which is something I've always worked for in my life, is nice to have a support system from the
When you
IKF.
walk out with that belt,
Right.
it's different though.
It
It's not
is.
just it's not just Hunter, right? It's like Hunter the champ, right?
Right.
And they have this thing: once a champ, always a champ. Do you realize from this day going forward, not that from that day going forward, win, lose, or draw, you will always be tagged as the champ.
Yes, sir.
That is a confidence stamp, in my opinion. That should be a part of your life forever and ever and ever. In a day. How does that make you feel?
Even put in the words, that belt and that accomplishment, March 15th, 2025, will always have the specialist place in my heart. That night, how you treated me and Mr. Courtney Reed and how you made us feel as champions and competitors is something that, I mean, it was like royalty treatment. And then to have all my people there and the win, and then for the last year to be able to have that belt, like you said, win, lose, or draw, that night and accomplishment will carry on for the rest of my life. And I don't say that lightly. It's that belt is seriously like a prized possession of mine. I won't leave it in my car. I won't leave it. If I lose that thing, I'm cutting my hair off. I'm going bald. Like, I
But
lose my
that'd be a
identity.
whole nother scene. You'd be the bald headed.
Man, I'd be the Michelin man with some bald hair. I wouldn't be looking too good. I have to keep the locks going. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, you're looking sharp. And speaking of looks,
Thank you.
Speaking of looks, it just might be my glasses because sometimes I don't see that well. In fact, I can't hardly see much. But if my eyes do not deceive me, I think I'm looking at a slightly lighter Hunter than I've seen in the past.
Yes, sir. I've been working really hard for the last just year off. Like nothing stopped. I mean, I've had some things that happened, but for teaching and all that, but I've been working really hard. And I mean, I appreciate you saying that. And all my friends and my important people in my life have been mentioning that to me too. And I'm like, I think part of it's me getting older and more developed, but I also think part of it is like, I'm putting the work in, it's not been a day off. So I've really appreciate you saying that. And I'm definitely lighter. Won't give away numbers yet.
Right.
But
and it's okay. I don't worry about the numbers. When you're in the super heavyweight division, I mean,
yes, sir.
You don't have to worry about the numbers and everything. It's about how you feel, right?
I feel great.
How does that weight feel on? Because I'll give a quick example. When I was fighting, I was like fighting at welterweight, which was like 53, right? Which is really too light for my body frame, but I could make the weight. But then when I got to 163, I was like knocking people out like crazy. But then I tried to fight at like 69 and I felt sloppy. I just didn't feel good. So you are going to find your weight class and not just weight class, that number that you feel your best, that you feel your strongest, that you feel your fastest, that you feel your confident at. And that's all about you right there. Listen, I had to put that on the screen because it always comes to my mind. So this is your theme song, right? I want to make clear, you won't back down. That is your theme song, right? I don't want to go. We talked about that last time, but I just see the guy saying that here. That is your theme song, right?
I won't back down, Tom Petty. Oh yeah, it's not just a theme song to me at this point. It's a life motto. Like I have friends who have the tattoo now. Who we made an agreement.
No way.
I promise you. Shout out Isaac. He was the first one to get it. On July 7th last year, he got it on his leg. It's I won't back down. And
hold on. We gotta. By the way, if you guys have never seen my show today, it's Johnny Davis live with 3 exclamation marks. Right? So that's why I'm like this. I'm kind of a little animated, so you have to look over me, right? So it's part of my show, right? But what you're just saying, that for what you've done already, you have inspired somebody enough to take that motto and put a lifetime tattoo on them.
I promise. Here, let me show you. Let me pull it up.
Oh my God!
Because I'm gonna give him.
I say Fort
March.
Nobody's put Fort March on him.
Man, we try out here in the Sharon area. Let me show you real quick. Because it's on my Facebook actually. I don't know if you can see that.
Oh, I do. Oh my God, that's serious.
We won't back down.
Right, but you know what? It is a serious slogan, if you will, a motto to live by.
Right.
To say all the things that come at you, all these things that happen, all the, that you're not going to back down from it. That's something you can certainly live by and everything. I don't know. I know we talked about your spirituality a little bit, and I don't want to go too deep into that particular. I can go in anything, me. But I do want to ask you because I've been excited about it, and I brought it up last week with Ms. Fossum, and I want to ask you about the monks. You live in North Carolina. They were just over there in North Carolina. Did you pay attention to that? Did that do anything to your spirit and your soul?
In what way?
The monks that have been walking across the country for peace. Have you seen it?
No, I don't.
What hole do you live in, Hunter?
I've been busy, Johnny. I don't even know.
Oh my God! Well, anyway,
you've had some crazy weather, though. I'll tell you that. A lot of snow.
Hey, a lot of snow. Matter of fact, I want to talk about that really quick too. But anyway, the monks. I'm so inspired by the monks because they're just walking from Texas all the way to Washington. They're just walking, and people are coming out in tens of thousands of droves of people. And it is just great, right? Because I say that because they are trying to touch people in a certain kind of way. Okay. I want to ask you, in the way you live and the way you present yourself, is a lot of this fight thing about touching people the way you have touched that guy to put the tattoo on and all of that? Is a lot of this is your own spiritual walk?
Like I could go on and sit here and just give credit to everyone. Like my people in my life fight for me every day, and all I want to do is perform for them. Like I remember the last fight, and it was me and Mr. Reed, and we were talking, and he said something like Hunter's going to be distracted by his friends, and there's no distraction. This is like my people in my life is just my fuel. I am nothing without the people who surround me and make me who I am. So
Wow.
when I make the walk, I think more of it than just fighting. It's I'm getting all my friends together. I'm getting them out of whatever they're doing to get together, to have a fun weekend, to enjoy themselves, and to get to go and watch me fight, win, lose, or draw. It's more to me just being able to inspire people and the closest people in my life that I love the most being able to feel impacted by something I do that I'm able to work for. And it's a journey for everyone. And the tattoo thing, more people are getting it. So we'll
Oh
have
wow.
more. We have more getting it.
Oh my God! Well, it's something that stands. I mean, why not? I don't have any tattoos,
Me
but
neither.
like I said,
I
I
don't
have
have
my
any.
saying "Forward March," and I mean anybody can wear "Forward March" because it's about moving forward, regardless of what's going on in your life, regardless of what hardships you're going through, regardless of what things that seem to be pulling you down, regardless of how dark it looks. You still forward march. So people can definitely put that on, and not backing down kind of goes in that same theater. I love it. I love it. I love it. So I guess Tom Petty is the guy who wrote that song. Somebody put on there, hey, I'm cheating. I got notes all over here now. I'm being able to look at all the people and
Man,
everything.
Tom Petty's the GOAT. He's
Oh
the
yeah,
GOAT.
yeah. I mean,
He inspires me so much.
it's awesome. It's an awesome song. I wanna kind of go a little bit into that graduation thing that you just did from school. Tell us a little bit about what happened there and how important education and graduation was to you.
Man, so for a teaching degree, you go to school for 4.5 years, and it's 4 years of school. And then after the 4 years of school, you go into the next part, which is student teaching. So you're teaching 5 days a week. And I had like the best experience student teaching. I was with great mentor teachers who I really look up to, and they were awesome to me and helped build a way to help build what I want to do more as a teacher and just inspire people. And then graduating is like the next step. I haven't became a teacher yet, but I'm still substituting when I can. But it's been
Sure.
snowing every day, and I've been
Right.
traveling a little bit and just going home and training, just doing a little bit of everything. But it's graduating meant a lot to me because my parents put so much time and effort into me. And there was times where I didn't want to do it anymore, and I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna drop out and stuff." But I mean, my mama made me really lock in. So shout out to her for helping me graduate. Because if I didn't have my parents, I probably would have went to school. But they also helped fund me go to school, and I'm not ashamed
Right.
to say that I'm gifted and I have a lot of good things that have been given to me in my life, which I'm very
Did you make good
humbly.
grades in school, Hunter?
I did in middle school. I was on it a
That
little
was
bit.
a pause. Johnny Davis Live. Real talk with real solutions.
I, I I struggled a little bit in high school. I stopped really kind of caring a little bit, and then I went to community college and I did all right, and I transferred to App State, and then, I hung in there. I had a lot of help from people, but
Yeah.
who helped me out and kept me locked in. But
You know what? You know what, Hunter? It goes a lot about self belief, right? You know, on my
right,
shows, we just talk, right? But I remember I was told, and this is a real talk. I just say real talk. Being African American, coming up, and with this little town that I came in, they were very quick to throw me in these classes where there were people who were kind of slow. I'll be very honest with you. And I was like, and I never forget. I like to tell people this story. Hopefully, it's inspiration for people who might be struggling in school. And they put me in these classes. And then it was only until I got up, like 7th or 8th grade, well, somebody finally said, "You don't belong in this class. You comprehending this stuff so fast. I mean, like, it wasn't like rocket science. We're like, yeah, I do know my ABCs. This is pretty easy, right? But it was more like science and stuff like that. Make a long story short, this teacher, Miss Dawes, rest in peace, I think rest in peace, who said, hey, you know what? You don't belong in here. I'm going to talk to these teachers about getting you out. That boosted my confidence so much. So I got into normal classes, all right?
Right.
You know, and stuff. And guess what? I never forget it. I always thought that I was missing something, right? That I wasn't as smart. In the 11th grade, I'll never forget it, Hunter. In the 11th grade, I made the first honor roll.
There you go.
Listen. Hey, listen. Couldn't have been any more proud of myself. Now listen, but I had a full schedule. I was in school like from can't see in the morning almost to can't see at night, but I was devoted. But guess what? My final year in school, I only went to school till like 12 or 1 o'clock. I was getting out early, and I darn near flunked.
It happens. It happens, man.
So that is a really true story. So tell me a little bit about you showed up at the awards banquet and stuff like that. I want to ask you about what was your feeling? What did you think about the overall banquet and what it what it was doing for the people that was there, including yourself?
Wonderful. First of all, it was some fire meals. I had the salmon and I enjoyed it. You know me, I ate it all up. And my mom and my dad really enjoyed it. And I had a few buddies there. And my buddy Isaac, who has the tattoo, he ate like 5 desserts. So he was
oh wow,
bang for his buck, right? He ate it all up. But then I mean, it was great. Like, it's great to honor people who deserve things, right? Especially yourself, Mr. Davis, because you got
thank you.
a great award and all the people at IKF who worked so hard to make this happen. I mean, I think people need to stop and realize, like, this interview, taking your time to do this, to promote your business and make people like myself who was begging for an opportunity to get out of the hole he was in, you helped me do that by giving me constant opportunities and belief. And it's not just Hunter who's getting impacted by you, Mr. Davis. It's all the other fighters, like all the way to Chainsaw. Shout out Chainsaw.
Yeah, Chainsaw.
Chainsaw, we're hitting that. Oh
Right.
yeah, I love that family. Shout out to them. But like the Chainsaw, who you're changing his life, and then me, and then Mr. Courtney Reed, you're giving him opportunities at his age, and I mean, everyone, we're just so grateful for you and what the time you put in. That award ceremony, I know it costs money and I know it costs time. And
that part right there.
We see you, you know, we see what you do for us. And I mean, I could just go on and talk about the IKF. I mean, that's.
Right. Well, thank you, brother. I appreciate it. So now you're ready again.
I'm ready.
You went through school, you've been doing some coaching, you've been doing some different things. And I got the call that, hey, you know what? Hunter's ready to step back in it. Why now? Why do you feel like you're more ready now than even you were before?
Man, I think part of it's life experience, just going through the motion of fighting and training.
Hey, somebody saying a first round KO. Okay, all right, whatever. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see about that.
We'll talk about your opponent in just a minute.
We'll talk about it.
Hey, as you well know, that's not as easy as it may sound.
Oh no, it's not. Believe me, I've almost had myself on the end of getting that happen to me. So,
oh, yeah.
But back to what I was saying, caught me off guard.
That's one of the things about the comments coming up
right,
on the screen. Hey, I was wondering, was that working again? It is, but it is.
Oh,
it does catch you a little bit because you're reading what people are saying, but people like to see it. So I just like to put it up there, you know?
So why now is because it's time. You know, I wanted to get back and wouldn't have been able to dedicate my best to you and to the company if I were to defend the title earlier. But I mean, I'm in the best shape of my life. What you saw last fight, you're gonna see double, right? Like just motor, energy, and I mean, I feel great. I feel ready. You know, I'm ready for the next opportunity, which is to step up in another competition with a great fighter. Which, by the way, so much mutual respect. I hope mutual, but so much respect for Gary. This is a fight that we've both been wanting for a while, and just being humble and honest, I'm glad that I didn't do that earlier because I don't think I would have been ready. And that's just humble I'm always humble and I keep it real with you. But now I am ready, and I'm ready for the competition. I'm excited for it.
I do want to ask you about that
Let's hear it.
because I know there was a time when Gary's name came across the table, and you guys flat out said, "Nope, not ready." What is it in this last fight, perhaps, that gave you the confidence that you were ready to take on a guy who's 7-1? Even though you're undefeated, 4-0, he's 7-1, only lost once. What if he just had a bad night?
Man, it's life, right? Life's all about competition. I like to think I'm very confident in my abilities and my motor and what I'm able to do, and I'm fully confident that I'm able to go in there and do what it takes. But I mean, it's in God's hands. Bless the Lord. Win or lose. Gary's great guy. We have a lot of similar interests in pro wrestling, all that stuff, and I admire him. I respect him and look up to him. I look up to all my opponents because they've all been fighting longer than me. So when I come in and I fight someone who's older than me and has more experience than me, it's an instant just respect. But that's what life's about. It's about competition, pushing yourself. If I didn't push myself, I don't know what message I'd be teaching people who believe in me and anyone who wants to follow this journey. It's that's just how it is.
Andre Miller, thank you so much. I appreciate you. I don't know who that is, but thank you very much for the comment.
It's one of my best friends.
But I think that with someone like Gary, Gary's probably mad. Hey, hold on. Gary's probably pissed off right now because he knows probably that he probably didn't give 100%. But hey, Jesus, good fighter. Jesus was giving him everything and then some.
That boy Jesus can fight. He can fight.
Hey, don't talk about him too much. Hey, don't give him too much praise. You know what the future could look like. So all right.
I'm always game for anything, John.
My point is, Gary is probably pissed. He's probably a little upset. He's probably angry. Gary is probably in the gym right now, working out like Mr. T, saying, "I pity the fool. I pity the fool." Hey, and he probably has a picture of Hunter Sheeran.
Well, hopefully it's when I look a little skinnier, not when I'm bloated. Hopefully I'm looking pretty good in the picture. Hopefully I got a little smile and the hair flow, maybe a little beanie on my head.
Hey, I got that picture. Hey, speaking of that, I got that picture somewhere too. All right. But the bottom line is that he's probably pissed. He's going to come in with a different attitude, right, than he had maybe in his previous fights. How do you think, and he is older, he does have that level of maturity. I always talk to people about that maturity, about you're 20, what, 23?
I'm 22.
Right,
I turned
22.
23 in February.
I always like to tell people when they say that magic number 22, that's when I won my first world title. Right, when I was 22 years old. Right, and but he's coming in. I don't know how old Gary is. I think he's not that old. He's like 28. He's 28.
He's 28 years old.
28. So he's got some years on you.
He does.
He's gonna bring that grown man strength in there.
He is.
He's gonna bring that grown man confidence in there.
He's got cardio. He can go.
Even though he doesn't look like it. I keep telling people he doesn't look like it. But he does have cardio. If he comes in ready, he has cardio. He's bringing all of that to you, Hunter Sheeran.
It's okay because it's stretch mark city over here too. So I got them all over my body. It's no hate on that. But no, what I say is bring it. Let's go. I'm excited. Like if he's pissed, be pissed. I love it. I love competition. I like when it gets in there and it starts being a slug. Like that's where big game goes. Not to be egotistical or anything, but it's just like I want him to be the best he can be because I want to push myself to the furthest level I can go. And if it's not far enough, it's not far enough. But if it is, then let's do it. What would it
actually mean, though, since he was a former champion? What would it actually mean for you to win a fight like that with Garrett? I mean, that says that's going to say a lot.
Well, it's just going to come from hard work and the people around me making me feel the way I do. Because if everyone left my life right now, I wouldn't be able to do it. But I have such amazing people and support system. God bless them, and I could go on. I keep circling back to that, but I mean,
no.
That's just my life. I always have had issues, especially growing up with confidence. So when I have so many supportive people, like in the comment section and in just my life, that's where it comes from. So You have
You
my
know what's
word.
so interesting, Hunter?
Let's hear it.
I guess the reason why people look up to you too as a fighter, I think, because fighting is hard. Fighting is hard, and most people won't do it. They will never do it, right? And so carrying yourself in a way to be humble enough to respect that, and people saying, "Hey, when they see a fighter, it's different than a soccer player. It's different than a basketball player, right?"
Mm-hmm.
And you hear people say it all the time. I used to not even like it. Somebody would just meet me. I never necessarily wanted people to introduce me as a world champion fighter before they introduced me as a great guy, a nice guy, a smart guy, right? And all of that, because everybody the first time, man, woo, won't want to meet you in a dark alley. Right? You know what I mean? So that thing of, I guess, fear or respect is kind of there. Do you feel what I'm saying? How do you handle that?
Like respect.
Yeah, the respect and somewhat fear, because when people know you can punch them, you can kick them and them, there is something there, right? But you have to walk in an humble type of way. Now, some people, they think they're the baddest people in the world, but here, that's what that doesn't work out well for a lot of people.
Right.
How do you find yourself kind of like doing introspect for yourself, knowing that yeah, people are calling your name and cheering your name and coming to watch you fight because it's probably something they wouldn't do themselves.
The way I handle respect and just fear, that's what motivates you, right? Like the way people respect you, rather it's disrespect or respect, it motivates you. Like
Yeah.
I like to think that I have never underestimated any of my opponents, and I like to think that all of my opponents have underestimated me. And I know I'm going to be underestimated for this fight as well, and that's okay. That's why I'm 4-0. That's why I won the belt, and that's
Right.
just that's not to even be ego. It's just like I will never underestimate someone. I respect everyone. I love everyone. That's what you see on this. That's what my friends see. That's what my family sees. That's what my relationship sees. That's what everything sees, right? That's just how I am as a person. And then some people, they're not going to be as cool, and that's just how it is. I mean, that's just more fuel motivation. They know I already have more than the average person or 99.9% of the world motivation for the people that I strive to work for. So just that little ounce more of disrespect or respect just factors in, it's how it is. That's how life
No,
is.
and I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think you got to have the confidence and everything in you in order to make this thing happen. I want to go and talk about the fight. We'll talk about your fans that are going to come up. They can also check that out on akplive.com, of course, where, somebody said they were watching it in Japan.
That's
Who
DJ.
is that, Hunter?
That's DJ. That's one of my brothers. I love him more than anything.
Oh, my
He's
God.
getting the tattoo as well soon, but he's a loyal friend. He was at the very first fight, October 30th in 2023, and he got to the military. And when he was in Japan, he was in the different time zone of all his buddies and his military camp in Okinawa, just watching it. So, I mean,
That must
that's
have
what
been
it's
pretty.
about.
That must have been crazy, and having those people, there and watching and and cheering them on, and somebody who, hey, I know him, I mean that had to be something that extraordinary, because I know people have said that. They were in the military across the seas. I mean, there's a lot of comments that are going on over here. I need to put this thing almost on auto. I mean, there's so many comments that are being made right now. I can't keep up with them.
Hey, I told you we're going to pack the stream out. We're taking IKF countrywide. We're taking it to Japan. We're taking it anywhere you want it, Johnny. We're going to have 50 to 60, maybe 70 people at that place. I promise you. It's going to be crazy. So get the extra seats out in the ramp section, because we're going to have a lot of people there, and all that. None of that's pressure to me. It's all just motivation. So I just know that people have my back, and that's all it is in life, Johnny. You get your good people in your life.
I want people to kind of get to know Hunter a little
Let's
bit
hear
more.
it.
So I prepared something a little bit different for you.
All right.
But so I wanna find out about Hunter's favorite things. This is it. It's kind of like Oprah's favorite things. But I want people to figure out or understand who you are just a little bit more. So
Let's
Hunter,
see.
this is the way the game is gonna play. Okay. So
All
I'm
right.
gonna ask you about 5 of Hunter's favorite things, and I want you to just tell me why it is your favorite thing. And the first, I'm going to start out, for some reason, your favorite restaurant.
My favorite restaurant. I was about to make a joke. We got McDonald's, Wendy's, I'm just messing. My favorite restaurant, huh? Oh, man. You're putting me on the spot. Everyone in the comments are going to be like, buddy's wavelength in this. Probably Carrabba's Italian Grill, just because of the significance that it has with my mother and I. It's been our like place that we always go to every time we're at the beach, and it's been a long time that we've been doing that. So it has a sentimental meaning to me as well. It's like both our favorite places, and my mom.
It's called Carrabba's.
Carrabba's Italian Grill, Johnny. Get the fettuccine Carrabba side Caesar salad. I promise you.
Where's that located?
It's a chain, so you can get it in Raleigh. You can get it in Myrtle Beach. There's two of them in Myrtle Beach.
Well,
Johnny,
I think I've actually seen it. Now
I might have to take you there, Johnny. We might have to go after weigh-ins and get some pasta.
Hey, so somebody's saying, "Oh, that's so sweet." Now I don't know why they're saying that. I don't know if they're talking about the Carrabba's or what. I don't know what they're talking about. Okay, all right. So
probably Carrabba's, man.
Am I to assume that Italian food is your favorite food?
Well, actually, Japanese. It's hibachi. So my second tied for it's Yamato. We get all the guys. It's in Myrtle Beach. We go to Yamato, and we get like 11 of us, and we do the cook in front of you. And shout out Davis. He's been at actually all my fights, and he was actually the one who was causing kind of a scene and got shoved during Mr. Reed's walkout, the one with the jersey.
Oh, okay.
He's in basic training right now for military, so shout out him.
Okay.
He'll be at the fight, but he's not here right now. But he'll go to Yamato and he'll start standing up and catching food in his mouth and acting crazy.
Wow.
But I love him. That's like one of my closest friends. So.
Yeah, just having big fun.
Yes,
what is your favorite pet?
My favorite band.
Your favorite pet?
Oh, pet. Dogs.
A dog.
I have a golden retriever and a Boykin Spaniel, but my favorite dog type is golden retriever. I've had one my whole life. So his name's Champ. I actually let me show you real quick, Johnny. I think you're gonna like this. My mama gave me this for Christmas, and I know this is unrelated to fighting, and you're probably gonna think I'm like soft as Charmin, but hey, I be rocking the Champ pants, baby.
What are those?
This is my dog's face, Champ, all over.
Oh my God, that is awesome.
I know.
What are those, pajamas?
It's pajamas. I rock them.
Oh wow! Actually, I think that's a great gift.
Hey,
and everything.
My
We have
mom's
our little French bulldog, and stuff like that. That we have him all around. He's not feeling too well today, so he's home with me today and everything. So I definitely have a big affection for the animals and everything. I think animals make you feel good. Okay, yeah. Favorite movie?
Oh, man, favorite movie. Probably The Dirt. It's not really appropriate, but Motley Crue.
That's a movie?
Yeah, they made a movie about Motley Crue, and it's kind of like our friend group's like core making. Like when our friend group really came together, we started watching The Dirt together and stuff. It's a crazy movie. It's really good. I don't recommend it unless you're 18 plus, but it's probably my favorite movie. But a more appropriate movie is probably Coach Carter. Just because I would love to make that kind of impact on a generation of
Coach Carter.
Coach Carter is such a good movie.
Which one is Coach Carter? What movie is that?
It's when a coach goes into a troubled school with a bunch of kids who like need some discipline, and he goes and like is super, and then they end up going from winless to winning and making the playoffs, and it's a touching story. I highly recommend that movie. It's great.
Oh, okay, Coach Carter.
It motivated me. Like before basketball season started, I had to turn on my Coach Carter and watch it. I'm like trying to make the Truman Show for my own life,
Yeah, that Truman Show is like they were like walking around with a camera or something all the time.
I was over here being all pick me watching Coach Carter before coaching basketball, so I might as well have cameras on me.
No, I think that's good. That's good. Finally, though, what is your favorite book?
My favorite book? Man, you're not gonna like this, but I don't really read.
I was gonna say your favorite. I kind of changed it a little bit. Instead of book, it might be your favorite read because you read on the internet. People read on their phones.
Man,
So,
read
what would I? Okay, let's go here then. Your favorite subject.
subject. All right, I'll tell you my favorite subject: music. And I'll tell you my favorite band, Creed. I've been twice. I went once with Davis, who's in Boot, and then one of my close buddies. I went recently with my girlfriend in Florida, which was really fun. We were in the pit both times.
Somebody's calling you on that. He said he doesn't read.
Seth knows I don't read.
Right.
I read text messages.
Well, hold on now. Somebody came back with this. They said the Bible.
There we go. For one of my gifts for coaching football, they gave me a custom Bible with Coach Hunter on it, which was super cool. And that was at a time where I really needed to be touched. So it was cool to get that. And it's one of my also prized possessions. So right. JV, good call there. Good call.
Yeah. See, you just needed a reminder and everything. My interviews, I try to make them about like real talk, right? And about who you are and, the things that make you tick. I mean, ultimately, that's all about. Obviously, you have a great love for your family and your friends and things like that. I want you to take a moment, though, and invite everyone to come out to Myrtle Beach, the landmark resort on March the 14th, where Mr. Hunter Sheeran will be fighting, I think it's for another title or defending your title. Which one is it?
I think both.
Right, both. We'll see. Can't be both. It's one or the other, so we'll figure it out.
I think it's for an interstate title.
Yeah. I think there was something else going on with that and all. But invite your family and friends to come out, and why that is important to you.
Oh man, I'm not gonna bore everyone here. Jeez, why is it important to me for people to show up? Because for one, I want everyone.
I'm sorry, Hunter. Hey, I don't know if I need to cut these comments off, right? But it's so much fun. I love the interaction. But look what someone said.
Jeez, I'm surprised Andrew. He didn't even spell winner.
He literally buzzed Johnny.
And that dude right there, Andrew, he couldn't spell cat if you put money on it.
Oh my God, you guys are crazy. But you know what? But the thing about it is, when they come out to the fight, there's so much fun and there's so much energy in the room. It is ridiculous, right? Everybody just having a good time. I'm sorry I cut you off. As you were, Hunter.
First of all, not just for Hunter Sheeran, it's important for you to come out because there's going to be 8 other title fights. There's going to be tournament fights, and there's other people like me, rather they're able to admit it or not, who completely need and thrive the people in their life to be there for them to make the impact that they want. So be there and support whoever you want to support, but be there. Like, I hope Mr. Gary Bowen can have tons of people be there for him because he deserves all the credit and all the people supporting him. I hope that, we're all going to be there for Chainsaw. When Chainsaw gets a fight, Chainsaw people be out, and there's so many good just fighters out there. So be there for the fighters. But what it means is it's my fuel, when training's hard and I'm pushing myself to that next level. What goes through Hunter Sheeran's mind? It's the people that are important to me. It's my loved ones, it's my relationship. It's my friends. It's all the things that are so important to me. That's what I think about, and that's what drives me. It's not because obviously I want to win another belt, right? I want to, but I need the people that are important to me. So everyone coming out makes the difference. And you make the difference for Mr. Johnny Davis and IKF. You make the difference for the other fighters. You make the difference for making me feel special, and just be there. What else you got to do March 14th? We're going to have fights all day. We're going to have people meeting people. You're going to get to see Mr. Johnny Davis, which is everyone's goat.
That's just funny right there. I appreciate the comment. It would be nice if everybody loved Johnny Davis, but that's just not the way it is, It's like I always have to remind people, because in a leadership position, I have to remind people, well, I have to make tough calls sometimes because I'm not trying to actually win a popularity contest. I have to kind of run the organization and kind of make certain calls and everything. But you know what, Hunter? I am so excited for you again, and I'm so glad that you've taken the break that you needed to take and to get that energy, get energized again, and motivated and inspired to say, you know what, I'm the champ. I want to go in there and prove I'm the champ, and just see what the next step is, right? It's like a ladder, right? They have different rungs on it. You start from the bottom and you slowly climb your way up. And as you climb your way, you get better, right? You get more and more and more,
Right.
of that confidence that you need. And before you know it, we could have created a monster.
Well, it's going to be the friendliest monster you ever met. I promise. That's one thing I'll keep. That's one thing I'll keep from my idol, Stephen Wonderboy Thompson, and my idol, who's my dad. Who, by the way, for a guy who's not a coach at the gym, I think he's done a pretty good job teaching me the ways. So my dad is, excuse my language, he's kick ass. He's my dad's awesome. So I just, hey, if we're gonna be a friendly monster, everyone with love and respect. So
I love the way you talk about your dad. I mean, he's a nice guy, when I
he's
talk
the
to him on the
best.
phone and everything. I make it very clear to everyone that, I don't have favorites. I like people in general, right? You know that. But you are certainly, as someone just put here, a gentle giant, and just a kind person. And that's what I like about you. But I like Gary too. I mean, I like people in general, right? And it's just kind of like whoever goes in and gives 110. But I also like that you like to respect your parents. To me, that's a big thing. I love that because there's too much disrespect out there today. Let's before I let you go, right?
All right,
Because you're the
let's
only
talk about
guest
it.
here today. We got time, right?
Sweet.
Uh, it's so cold outside. Who wants to be out there,
Man,
right?
I can sit here all day and chop it up with you, Johnny.
Right, right. I want, when it comes to when you see, what would be your message to young people who kind of get lost in their own way, sometimes feeling like there's no light at the end of the tunnel, feeling like they're all by themselves, and feeling like there's no one to turn to. I know you can always go from a religious take, but I want you to seek and you give some advice. That might be it, right? That could perhaps motivate and inspire them to not only believe in themselves, but to make sure they respect their parents, right?
Right.
What are your thoughts on that, and why is that important to you?
First off, you were right. If I were to give an initial thing, I would say find something you believe in,
And that's fine.
right? Rather it's the good Lord, Jesus, or you have a different belief. Find something that you in your heart believe is true and go for it and put your faith in that and be the best person you can be. But outside of that, because that doesn't apply for everyone, respecting your parents. If you're in a dark hole, reach out for help, right? I've been gifted and spoiled in my life to where I've never fortunately been in a situation like that. And I humbly admit that. I'll never try to put on a front and act like I can understand that pain. So I'm not the best person to answer this question. But when it comes to respect, always respect your parents. They're always right. Even if they're annoying sometimes, they're always right. And respect will take you a long way in life. You'll be loved by people. You'll have good people in your life. And surround yourself around the people that you want. And if you're feeling like you can't and you feel low and low, because everyone gets low, whether you're happy or not,
Right.
do get a goal and go for it. Like my lowest point when I was over 400 pounds and miserable, I didn't really have much. Like I had friends and people who believed in me,
Sure.
but mentally and physically, I was at kind of a bad point in my life with just everything. IKF joining the Fall Classic in June of 2023 when I signed up, that was my gateway to a goal, motivation, weight loss, and that helped me get out of a hole that I felt like I was in. I was sinking in, literally sinking in weight. So,
So truly, you can say that fighting, this journey that you're on, kind of saved you.
changed my life. I would have been okay just because of the good people I had for my whole life and the spoiledness I get from my parents and my friends who spoil me to death. But at that point in 2023, the people I had in my life, but through fighting and through the last few years of my life, I've met so many amazing people and just found some people that make me the happiest I've ever been. So
Right. Well, I think that is something very notable. I think it's something very noteworthy and all. And I think again, this is why I think you are a great model for a champion. Win, lose, or draw. Remember, on March the 14th, this young man right here is going to be out there doing this thing. He is indeed our current IKF South Carolina Super Heavyweight Champion,
Love it. Got the
Hunter
goosebumps.
Big Game
Let's go. I'm
Nasiri.
pumped up. I'm ready to fight right now. Let's do it.
Let's go.
I got more
Thanks so
training.
much, Hunter.
I got
Thanks for
more
being on
training.
the show today, brother. We'll talk to you soon.
All right, you enjoy the rest of the show. Thank you, Johnny, for having me. You know how much I
Thank
love
you
and
so much,
appreciate
Hunter. We
y'all.
appreciate you. Tell your dad
Take care.
hello.
I will.
All right,
I'll tell
ladies
him.
and gentlemen, you heard it for yourself right there. Hunter says, I'm ready to go, y'all. I'm ready to do my thing. He's going to be taking on Mr. Gary Bowings as part of our Super Fight series on October, the wrong month, March the 13th and 14th. In particular, all the fights are going to be on the 14th. It's going to be a great event, guys. I want you to get your tickets. They're on sale right now. They just actually went on sale yesterday. At the IKF Fight platform.com. It's going to be a great day of fights, and a great evening of fights. Hunter's fight will be in the evening and everything. Let's take that for a moment. We have a young man, 23, I think he said 23 years old, maybe 22. He said 20. He said 22. He's 22 years old who, had to find his way. And many of you might say, why fighting? Well, see, this game is a lot more about punching and kicking people in the face, right? It is about that introspect, that thing that you build from the inside out. And it can make you not just a champion in the ring, but a champion in life. And that is what I love about this sport and what it's doing for people like Hunter and so many other champions across the country. And why the IKF is really pushing hard to try to make sure that we continue to bring this product across the country, whether it's our semi-contact PKBs or whether it's our full contact or whether it's in our tournaments or whether it's in our fight nights across the country and ultimately around the world. This is what this is all about. And I hope that you guys will come out and support the shows that we're putting on. Like as Hunter alluded to earlier, they're not cheap. It does take a lot, but we certainly do appreciate everyone's support in that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thanks again for my guest right there, Mr. Hunter Sheeran. I want to talk really quick a little bit more about our IKF World Classic that's coming up here in the summertime. It's going to be at the Flamingo Casino. Don't look at the bottom. I know that don't have a name on it, but it's July the 10th through the 12th. Who knows? Hunter might win. Maybe we'll get Hunter there in Las Vegas like Chainsaw did last year. I bet you. I wonder can he bring a crew to Las Vegas? Who knows, right? You never know. But we are certainly going to looking forward to our World Classic. We're also going to be looking for some certified title fights in that, right? In those certified title fights is someone that we're looking for who has a good record, who was ready for that national level. So the certified title would be for like a national title. I mean, all the titles are certified titles if it's sanctioned by us. But what I mean is when we go to the world class, it's going to be a national title, intercontinental title, or world title, right? And that's on the amateur level, right? And so we're looking for people who might have those records. So as a trainer, if you think you have that right fighter and want to submit information on, potentially being one of those super fights on our ICAP World Classic. I mean, last year we had our show. We had a Saturday morning show, a Saturday night show, and we had a Sunday morning show. That's 150 fights in one weekend. And on that Saturday night, we had the super fights. It was amazing, right? Some several round fights and everything like that, what we like to do for our national titles. So we hope you guys will, consider that. If you trainers out there think you got somebody who's looking for that right fight, someone who we match to beat your fighter, not just match them to beat. That's the difference, right? We would love to have them as a part of our tournament. You can submit your information for consideration because we have to choose the person. We have to, go through a couple of, processes in order to make sure they're going to be right for the tournament. That's a great tournament. As I say always like there with Tyler Jones, who you see with his hands up on there, great contender, came out and won himself a United States title last year. I don't know where he is this year, what he's going to be doing, but certainly a great champion and all. And so we're looking for more people like that to add to the roster to be a part of that IKF World Class. It's going to be at the Flamingo Casino and Resort there, right there on the Strip, right there in Las Vegas, Nevada, on July the 10th through the 12th. It's going to be a fantastic weekend. Registration is open right now, IKF Fight Platform. .com. We have some other tournaments and things that are going on. You can go to IKFFightSports.com or IKFFightPlatform.com to see all of the events that we have coming up. And the events are not even hardly loaded. It's just January. We have so many events to load and to put. I think IKF in California says she already has 40 events on the calendar for the state of California alone, right? We are going to have probably a few hundred semi-contact events across the country along with that. So we'll probably be approaching 250, 300 events next year for ICAF. So it's going to give you guys a lot of work, a lot of opportunities to compete and to showcase your skills all the way from the lower rung all the way to the top rung of the ladder. And this is why we ask for your support and different things that we're doing. I will also talk about the advocacy work that we do. Advocacy work that we do with the commissions, advocacy work that we are trying to work with state heads of state to try to get our events in those states. Sometimes there's a lot of red tape. There's a lot of stuff that we have to do. We have to deal with the politicians. We have to deal with the attorneys and everything like that because sometimes they do not completely understand the work that we do and all. And so it takes a lot of advocacy work, which is time and money and stuff like that and all. And this is why we need your support, to keep coming out and helping us out at these events. Trust me, it helps us continue to do what we love to do and all of that. So we appreciate it. I want to close out here today with thanking everybody, of course, for watching us and for supporting us. I'm looking for, I just found out somehow, I don't know quite how I did this. I do know kind of how I did it, but because I post all the time, right? I guess I'm now an official content creator, I guess, based on Facebook and Meta and all of that. So I'll be continuing to drop things. It's kind of what I do anyway. I'm always promoting and talking about different things like that. So you'll probably see more stuff, coming from us and all. And so that you can stay informed and in touch with all the things that we're doing across the country. And some of the things are maybe not as fight directed. I want to say this because I like to consider myself a motivator. I like to consider myself someone who tries to inspire people to be their absolute best, right? So I used to be a motivational speaker, right? So some of the things that I put online might not be directed at specific fights, but I'm talking to my audience. I'm talking to my people who have a vast amount of things, issues and problems and great things going on. So when I'm talking about different things, trust me, there's probably a message in it, right, that I'm trying to hopefully help somebody and motivate them. And I get messages all the time that perhaps, hey, what you said today, what I saw on your Facebook page was very helpful. Wow, I really needed to hear that today and things like that. Those are the type of things of why I do what I do. So it might not always seem like it's about the sport of Muay Thai, kickboxing, or boxing. But I'm the human being who has, emotions and feelings, but I'm always trying to help people in one way or the other. All right, guys, that's all I have for you today. Once again, I want to thank my guest today, the one and the only Mr. Hunter Sheeran, for being a part of the show and looking forward to seeing him compete on March the 14th in Myrtle Beach at the Landmark Resort, along with all of our other certified titles that we will be interviewing in the weeks ahead and all that. I want to thank you once again for watching yet another edition of Johnny Davis Live. I want you to always respect each other. Fort March. This is Johnny Davis Live, and I'm checking out. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.